Hello, everyone. On behalf of the faculty of the Computer Science and Electrical Engineering Department, I would like to extend our welcome to you to UBC. I really don't know where you listen to this, but in all cases, I really look forward to meeting you on campus. My name is Mohammed Younis. I am the acting chair of the department for this academic year. And I would like to take this opportunity, in addition to welcome you, also to give you a little overview and orientation, little things about our department, hints on some additional resources, just to get you acquainted with the what we have, and also kind of like introduce myself and some other key names whom you'll be interacting with while you are at UMBC. Let me start. I have a few slides here to share, and yeah, I also like to have this video available for you as well. So let me kind of hide my picture here during the presentation, so it will not be bothering you. All right. So with that said, let's just start the presentation. Let's just first start by introducing, the key people that you work with. First, from a leadership perspective, Dr. Anupam Joshi is the acting dean for the College of Engineering and Information Technology. He actually is the chair of the department, but he's an acting dean now. I am an acting chair for the department. Dr. Ryan Robucci is an associate chair. Some of the key people for program, the graduate programs, it depends on which program you are joining. This is kind of the resources. You will be hearing from them individually based on which program you're joining, whether this is the graduate program in computer science, computer engineering or electrical engineering, the data program or the cyber program. Key people here that you will be probably interacting with, particularly, Kira Fliggins, the first one. She's coordinating the graduate program for computer science, computer engineering, electrical engineering. You'll probably be interacting with her, if you haven't already interacted with her. And Rebecca Dungara, she is the academic affairs manager for the department. She probably will be, you'll be interacting with her, particularly if you're getting support from departments through, assistantship. For those enrolled in the data and cyber programs, will be additional, other resources other than Kira. They will be, provided to you, when you hear from the graduate program director later when you join. First, I wanted to, a quick snapshot of what is UBC and, our department was in the, university. UBC was established in 1996, about 14,000 students, plus or minuses, and among them 2,600 graduate students. She's in the universities actually has been growing, in terms of stature, over the years. She was ranked recently by US News as number 6 nationally in most innovative. Is being also praised for teaching quality and particularly distinction in the engineering and computer science arena. Again, from the diversity point of view, UMBC is #1 producer of Black, PhD, graduates, particularly from the African American community in computer science, engineering and computer science, and general science in general. UBC is considered to be a R1, category. This is actually categorization by the Carnegie Foundation of the Higher Education, recognizing universities where they are generating PhDs on a certain rate and additional funding and other criteria. So UMBC, we are proud that UMBC is in the R1 status, which is the top status from a categorization with respect to research. The computer science department, it's actually computer science and electrical engineering. So it's it's a mix: computer science, computer engineering, electrical engineering. It has about 37 full-time faculty, research active faculty. You call them tenure track or tenure faculty. The interesting, as we're going to mention later on in the presentation about the research, it's interesting to see this mix of expertise. It actually provides us with strength. You find also a broad range of areas and problems that you could involve in if you are, have a passion for research, or if you are doing, a PhD, or you want to pursue a master thesis and so on. The department offers 2 undergrad degree, computer science and computer engineering, and 3 graduate programs, the degrees in master or PhD for computer science, computer engineering, and electrical engineering. There are also 2 Master of Professional Studies, abbreviation MBS, in data science and cybersecurity, and I suspect some of you also engage exactly. The department has been growing, significantly over the years. It's in 10 years between the 2010 2020. It is the number of undergrad more than doubled, and the number of grads almost tripled. And this past academic year, we had about almost 2,000 undergrad and about over 1,200 graduate students. So we see here even we jumped from 2020 to 2022. I'm not reflecting even 2023 fall. The number even doubled in a couple of years. It's a very diverse department, in terms of the student population, faculty. So you see here, those numbers are considered to be, among the top in terms of diversity. We are proud of the accomplishment of our graduates. They are going to top places. So these pictures here reflects, Dr. Joshi when he visited the Seattle and the Bay Area, in California, San Francisco, San Jose area. I met some of our alumni. They are doing great, working for top places, companies, Facebook, Google and others, in the areas. Also, some are entrepreneurs. They started their own company and successful, making the news. This company here, the Fearless Solutions, actually in Baltimore, and it's led by 2 of our graduates from computer science. The numbers for enrollment, we're getting very competitive. So the numbers as you see here on the chart, particularly from the past 3 years, major growth in the number of graduate students, and this particular growth is even not proportional to the number of applications. In fact, we have become very selective. This year we received 3,000 applications for just CS graduate program, and we admitted about 160, master and about 25 PhD. So it's very selective program, and it's getting reputation. We are major contributors to the PhD graduation within UMBC. As I mentioned, the R1 status requires a certain number per year, and we are proud that we are producing quite a few every year. In fact, maybe the major contributor in the number of PhDs coming out of UMBC graduating every year. On the data and the cyber program, we have also sustained the growth. Cyber has been consistently high, and the data, especially with the high, machine learning and data science in the recent years, you see here is very steep growth and very steady. This academic, for this fall, we received about over 2,000 applications just for the data program. Diversity, we are proud of the diversity in the program that we have. Particularly with women, we see growth significantly over the years, and the grad student population here is quite diverse. For the underrepresented minorities, it's not really high in the graduate side because the classification, particularly within the US, does not really factor in, doesn't apply to actually to graduate students. But it is very diverse environment, which is again something we are proud of, and it is a strength in that we consider and leverage. I mentioned the number of PhD product used per year. We contribute about 16. This is average for 3 years, which is quite successful. Our graduates are in top places as well, some in academia, many in industry. And even the master, also for the masters, typically they are going to the top places, as I mentioned. Some of them, they do pursue the thesis option, if they have passion for research. This is still, available, in fact, encouraged. Our faculty is, they are very accomplished, quite a few of them are fellows of the, top, societies like IEEE and ACM and SPI. Funding, very good. We are very good at attracting, research grants. We like almost like 8 million, and the high average the faculty. Publications, top places, high number, and covering very broad range of areas. As I mentioned, one of the things that I consider personally to be a major trend is we are grouping 3 programs under one umbrella, under one department. So any students can seamlessly work on any faculty, cross-discipline, gain more skills, and this actually something that is difficult to pursue in other places where become more specialized. On the facility side, we have recently upgraded most labs with technology and remodeled the graduate students in our space and have new furniture. I'm sure you will get a tour. It is very appealing, very attractive, encouraging for students to take advantage and the meeting space, collaboration space. And from a facility perspective, we have new PCs maintaining high performance computing that's available for everyone to get an account and use, particularly with data-driven models and work on machine learning, deep learning nowadays. This actually high performance computing is becoming very important. Students in our department pursue internships, and this is actually again not only personal connection. The Shriver Center actually helps students. These establish also career fairs. This could be full-time and part-time, and it is actually a way to gear up for the job market, which is competitive. You gain skills. We started to you gain, you understand the culture. And one good thing is that, this is happening significantly, often in recent years. You will find someone, among the students getting an internship and continuing this internship throughout the academic year, not just only for the summer. Once he graduates, he actually joins the company for a whole time. Financial support, we are proud also for the number of assistantship we offer. We, this, academic, this fall, we have over 70 TAs. We're supported by the department, over 40 graders. And, those graders actually considered to be an hourly based, but for TA, it actually covered, stipend, tuition and health. So grader is not really covering that. However, students, when they get this hourly base, they earn money, but at the same time, they will be treated, as in-state, as a resident, so in terms of tuition payments and become in-state, which is a major saving in the expenditure, particularly with comes to the tuition bill. You can be active on campus or sort of organizations. It spans technical and non-technical culture. So here listing a few. Some of them are quite famous in ECM and IEEE. The Society of Women in Engineering. The Society of Black Engineers. Also the Hack MBC, which is again something unique to MBC. Stimulating creativity and competition. There are quite a few others, and you can be active on campus for sure. One thing also the UMBC Racing here, which is again this is for vehicles and designing robotic vehicles and so on, which is kind of like nowadays with all the technology in the vehicles design, you'll find a lot of computer programs and circuits and computer design here from controllers. So it is actually one of the things that computer engineers particularly started to be very popular there, if not recently dominant. Well, finally, I just wanted to reiterate our welcome, and we wanted to remind you that there is a CSEE research event will be on August 28th, which is introducing some of the research we do. You get to see some of the labs, research labs, interact with faculty. It's a good way to start, your journey at UMBC. And we wanted you to enjoy this, education trip. And we'll be happy to assist you. In fact, you can rely on our assistant. One more thing before I leave, I wanted to point out something important about the academic integrity. We have no tolerance, for cheating, copying, misbehavior. That front, UMBC is very strict on it, and the misconduct can be subject to disciplinary action and could be reaching up to dismissal, particularly for repeated offense. I know that hopefully this is not going to happen, but it's very important to stress this, and I'm sure you'll be hearing about it from other presenters as well. But I'm just doing my, job here, reminding you about this, and you'll hear more from others. I hope that this is not something that, this doesn't apply to you, which is, our expectation, but it's very important to be cautious on this. With that said, thank you for your attention, and I would like to look forward to meeting you in person, in the department, taking my classes if possible, and again, meeting you casually or in academic setup. So thanks for your attention, and bye-bye.